Last week, we bought an unnamed riding horse. As a horse sanctuary on a small island, we get asked often, where do all of your horses come from? Most of the times the answer is as expected. Horses are dumped when they're no longer considered worthy, usually because they're old, injured, or not good for riding anymore. However, sometimes we buy riding horses, or horses that are sold with that title. Today's story is about one of these. Amazingly, these stories are often more heartbreaking than the usual rescues. Being considered not too bad can be a curse for a horse in an uneducated environment. Last week, we got a call from a local who we work with regularly to try and help rescue horses from difficult situations. And this call was about a cute little mare that was in our regular rescue standards, not too bad. We have limited space in our sanctuary. Until we can raise enough money to buy the next land, we have a waiting list, and we have to play a cruel game of God, picking who is considered bad enough for a chance to be rescued. This is one of the hardest parts of our world. Who am I to pick who gets a future free of pain and suffering and who doesn't? With this mare, it was a hard decision. As we keep saying, she doesn't look too bad, and we can't help every horse. But this is how not looking too bad is actually a curse. The horses which come to us skin and bone are obvious to everyone that they need help. But surprisingly, these are often not the ones who need us the most. Of course they do need our help. They're in desperate need of food, correct care, and time. But fortunately, many of the times this can be enough to let them fully recover and have a long, healthy future. It's the horses that to the untrained eye look not too bad. These are the ones who don't get the help but usually need it the most. Sadly, here there is a very old-fashioned and ignorant mindset around horses. Of course, not everyone, and I will say as a disclaimer, there are many amazing horse owners here. However, we don't have many dealings with these for obvious reasons. We work with the other circle of horse owners. When horses such as this mare come up for sale, it's usually because they've stopped performing well. The owners deem them boring and sell them on to the next horse rider in the circle to give her a go, and the pattern continues. She'll usually be fed cheap, basic food, enough just to keep her alive, but slowly deteriorating. She will perform at her very best capabilities through fear of the whip and harsh riding equipment until she is deemed too much effort to ride, and then she's sold on again in the circle of uneducated horse owners. Until the cycle gets broken and some of the luckier ones get saved. Until they get in the hands of someone who can see past her beautiful mane, her cute face, and the lust in her eyes. Someone who can see past her not so bad title and see that she is in pain and needs help more than ever. This is what happened to our little mare. Teaming up with our local helper, we brought her and got her here to safety. As she arrived, we could see instantly that the root of her suffering is in her back legs. Difficult conformation caused by who knows what. Maybe she was broken to ride as early as 1. Maybe she had badly fitted shoes and galloped along the roads at the age of 2. Maybe she was pushed so much and she had an accident at the age of 3. All of these are common stories here. Whatever happened in her past is exactly that. It's the past. And we want to concentrate on her future. Free her from pain, free from expectations, and free from fear. We want to gain her trust and relieve her from anxiety and uncertainty. We start by letting her relax in safely and slowly, introducing a healthy diet. And we work closely with the vets to create a tailor-made plan of action for her road to recovery. When she came, her feet were incredibly overgrown, untouched and uncomfortable. And with a slow corrective trim, we hope to ease her discomfort and aid in the recovery process for her legs. Although fearful and unsure, threatening us with angry expressions, she is already starting to accept us and realize her life is changing. And with our vet check and recovery planning, we conclude that she is not too bad. But this time we use the term correctly, and it works in her favor. We believe that with time, care, patience, rehabilitation, she will recover. She will be able to be comfortable and have enjoyment in her life. She will be able to experience happiness as a horse. She may not ever become the horse she should have been. The world has been cruel to her. However, she will definitely be free from the chain of misery that she was destined for before her rescue. We call this beautiful mare Birdie. During one of her vet checks, we discovered her microchip was actually registered to a 22-year-old bird. For this, we may never know her past, but we do know her future, and it looks full of happiness. Please follow our channel to help us rescue horses like Birdie. By watching our videos, you are directly funding our rescue centre, and we cannot do it without you. Thank you so much for watching, and please comment below your wishes for the lovely Birdie.